Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. Welcome. Thank you so much. My name is Jordie James. I am based in Wallan, Victoria, and thank you so much for joining me this afternoon, evening for you guys, morning for me. And happy Lionsgate. Lionsgate was on Monday, but we are still in the throes of the beautiful energy up until I think the 12th of August, so a couple more days. So what was really interesting, I was trying to sort of ask what I was going to talk about today, and it's really interesting. A word that has been in the forefront of my mind of late or over the last week is perseverance. Now, really interesting. I've actually done a little bit of an article on this as well. And perseverance, it's quite an unused word to a point because, and then some people sort of get a little bit, persevere. What do I have to persevere? It should just happen to me right now. But the work that we do is the perseverance to get to where we want to be. Now, interesting with Lionsgate, because if we manifest or set the intent for something, Lionsgate, for me, I call it the Mario Kart day. If you've ever seen Mario Kart or watched or played Mario Kart, they have this little button that you can hit and it just goes really, really fast, like the car goes fast. That's what Lionsgate's all about. It's all about setting the intent, releasing what no longer serves you. It's a bit of like a spring clean for energy to a point, and then this is just my interpretation. And then we put our manifestations and we do all that sort of stuff, and it's really powerful to know that we've already set the seeds, planted the foundation ready for the next year, for the next 12 months, for manifesting what you want and the abundance and being very grateful for whatever comes forward. What's also really interesting is perseverance. You've got to persevere for everything to be achievable. We can't just have it overnight. We've got to have it in a sense of when the perfect timing happens. So to be honest, it's perfect timing. We can't not wait for the certain things to happen and then we go, oh, it's not going to happen. Persevere and it'll happen at the right time. Everything has its timing. And when you sort of, I remember just a couple of years ago where I ordered a ring and it was a beautiful dragonfly ring from Pandora. And I literally, they go, oh yeah, it's going to be in the next couple of days. It took 6 weeks for it to come in, but the time that it came in was exactly the transition and where I was going. And it was perfect timing. So we sort of forget that when things happen, they happen for a reason. So when we persevere, knowing that it's all going to happen, our hard work is going to pay off, it's important to have that in the back of the mind of just going, okay, I'm going to persevere with this. I know I'm going to get there. It's like the little engine that could. Because it also prompted me that I had a tattoo done for my birthday last month, and I sat 7 hours for this tattoo, but there was a certain spot on my on my arm where it was like razor blades, and I was like, oh, I'm just going to persevere. I'm just going to persevere. I know it's going to be a perfect, beautiful outcome. So that's the reason why this word has been so forefront of my mind lately. So if anything is going a little bit haywire or a little bit, just persevere with the process of it's going to happen when it's meant to. So I'll leave that little thought for the day with you. And I've got the beautiful Susan from, is it Jolette from Illinois?
Joey.
Hi.
Yes, ma'am.
How are you, darling?
I'm good, hon.
That's good. Now, I work psychically with what's going on around you, and mediumshiply, which is connecting with loved ones. How would you like me to work for you today, gorgeous?
I'm just, how do I say it? I just moved back to my parents' house, and I just feel like I'm at a standstill, that like nothing's getting accomplished as far as my life and that.
Okay. So, Susan, let me blend with your gorgeous energy. Okay. It's really interesting too, gorgeous, because I don't know if you were actually hearing it, but if not, you can always go back and listen to it later. I was talking about perseverance, and how this word can be quite a bit of a razor blade type of word, but also a word that sort of gives us a bit of gratefulness of where we're going. Now, as I blend with you, I know that the biggest thing, Susan, is to make sure you release your emotions, because you like to bottle up emotions. Would you understand this?
Yes, most
Thank you.
definitely.
Awesome. And it's sort of where I want to go is you don't get emotional. You are an emotional person. Like, you get emotional easily, or when things really touch your soul, or you're empathic in that sense. But you're also very much like me, is what I'm being told, because as I'm blending with you, you don't cry at the drop of a hat unless it touches you. But when you know that you haven't cried for a while, or you haven't released the actual fountain of tears, you need to watch a movie so you can release it. Does that make sense?
Oh, yes, most definitely.
Thank you, gorgeous. The other thing is, too, I want to say where you are right now, it is a form of rebuilding, refocusing, understanding that you're there not just for you, but you're there for your parents as well. Because that's what you just said, you moved in with your parents. But it's sort of like, I want to go, there's a two-way street with this. And I'm also being told that you make sure that you have your own sanctuary within the house. Would you understand this?
Yes, my parents passed away. My mom passed away in January. I moved back to the house I
Okay.
grew up in.
Yeah. Okay. Because I just want to go there. There's definitely a sanctuary here for you. So
Hmm.
it's like a two-way street. It's like they protected you when they were here, and now they're actually still protecting you. Now they've passed. So it's really important. I know that there is things that I just want to say. There's a building block here for you. There is a building of foundation. You're regrouping, and I can't swear publicly, but you're actually at that point where it is what it is, and you're telling people to, yeah, no, you're not my right space, you're not my right energy. So there's the beautiful F word that I don't want to say, but you're actually regrouping even with friends and family to reassess where you are as well. Does that make sense to you?
Yes, yes.
Thank you. And it's really interesting. Do you have two children or three?
I have six boys.
Okay. Is there a reference to two that are close or three that are close then? Because I just feel like I want to go, or are you one of two? There's something about two and three. If it's not your children, I just want to acknowledge two and three. If it doesn't make sense right now, I'll just leave that with you.
I mean,
If
my grandson just moved here with us,
Okay, because I just feel
and
like I want to go.
he's my second oldest grandson.
Okay, yeah, no, that doesn't make sense. It doesn't feel right.
And
I
then
just want to acknowledge.
my third child, I'm having he's in severe depression.
Okay. It's really interesting because I just feel like I want to go, you're too close to two, or two are close to you, or live close, and there's three that it's coming closer. But I just want to acknowledge two and three children. So if you've got six, I just want to go, there's two that are close, or two are very similar to you, and then there's one that's coming in. But I just want to acknowledge that there's that. Is just what I feel. I'm not going to go too much more into that because I don't want
Hmm.
to ask too many questions.
Hmm.
What's really important though is there's a bit of a rebuild for you, and you've done the right thing. I just keep hearing you've done the right thing. The other thing I'm being told is watch the waterworks. I do feel like there is pipes that need to be looked at, or pipes that need to be um, seen to. And I am being drawn to the back right corner of the house. So I don't know if that's where the laundry is, or there's a tap outside, Susan, but I'm being told that you've got to make sure to keep the pipes clear, or look at the pipes at the back of the house. Does that make sense to you?
Hmm. Hmm.
Yeah, you need to look at that pretty quickly. And it's not going to cause damage, but it is going to get annoying if it's not looked at, is what I'm being shown.
Okay.
Sorry. Just have to tell you that for some reason. I'm being told to tell you about the pipes for some reason. Also, the other thing is I keep seeing you reading books. So I don't know if you're going back into study or you're looking at opening your knowledge again. But there's something about study around you or opening knowledge to, it's like I want to go new chapter and you've done the right, I just feel like you've done the right thing. The other thing is too that there is reference to whatever you need to clear out, you need to clear out of the house. Does that make sense?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I'm being
That's
drawn.
the reason for moving back here, to get the 53 years worth of stuff out of here that we don't need.
Yeah, because I'm being shown that there's an old chair that looks like a tapestry chair. It's like a velour, but it's got wooden armrests. Would you understand this?
Mhm. Yes.
There's the importance here of keeping that, but also making sure that it's workable so you don't have to worry about sitting in it and falling through it, is what I'm being shown. But it has a pride of place in a sitting room. Would you understand this?
Yes.
Thank you. I'm also being told that you smell smoke in the house as well. I don't know if you smoke, but I just hear that you smell smoke in the house. Okay, because I'm just being mindful. Did someone actually smoke a cigar in the family? Because I'm smelling a cigar smoke.
No cigars, cigarettes. My oldest does.
Okay, because there's something about making sure if you smell smoke and no one's around you, I just want to acknowledge someone that has passed that used to smoke either cigar or pipe. That would be very much
my grandpa. Yes.
Letting you know that he's around.
Okay.
Around as well. And yeah, so Susan, I just want to say to you, I'm running out of time, but you've made the right decision. And the other thing is, make sure you get your car serviced.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Make sure I do what, hon?
Get the car serviced.
Okay.
Yeah, if it's due for a service, it needs a service. I don't know if that makes sense to you, but I'll leave that with you, darling. But you've made the right decision, and finding new friends and having lots of fun is what I keep hearing. So you've made the right decision. All right.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome, beautiful. Thank you so much, Susan, for joining me. Thank you, everyone. Have a great week, and I'll see you next week. Bye for now.